Alrighty. Howdy neighbors and welcome back to Slay the Princess. Last time, a lot happened. So we locked her away, and then she didn't like that very much. And then all of the voices were there, yet none of the voices were there, but they all were. And then we became a conglomerate being. Anyway, we only need one more princess so that we can fill out the mega princess that we saw in the very beginning. So I say, let's just do it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And this time, we're gonna actually do our job. Kindly continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement. The piano stopped.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh my! Hello?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I love this little blade. Just shot. He's on the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Sometimes.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
We have seen multiple times. Yes, she is.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Correct. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
I ain't
It's
stupid.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Keep this guy over here.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Let me go.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Wrong! Have you ever seen a knife thrower at a circus? They can get one directly in your eye without a care in the world.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
I forgot she's like a professional kickboxer or something.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
No. We can't lock her in the basement anymore. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
It's so fun.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The same.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
You and I have different definitions. Battling someone to the death isn't really my definition, but you know, whatever.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Nope.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We win. Chapter 2. The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's just do it, okay? You know, the narrator's had enough of us. Let's just do it.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceeding to the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
We need to be on equal footing. Yes! AH-CHE-SHI-SHA! Enter the basement. AH-CHE-SHI-SHA.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Okay. Well, let's go meet the love of the stubborn life.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Why can't we do both?
As you descend the final step,
Oh
the
my.
form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
She's so tall now.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Sorry.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Because we go,
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
do you have 3? Instead of the crown, it's 3 horns. Oh my. I love that for you.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
But I go, AH-CHE-SHI! So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Agreed.
Right,
But
fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess. The princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing? Maybe. You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while. Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. Enough is enough. I believe you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know. Whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
I call bullshit.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Valid. Go boop. Since it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my apathy.
You're joking, right? I'm just going to pretend that you're joking.
Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Thank you. I'm not saying that I'm not here to fight you, but I think the two of us have a few things we need to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Valid.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Also valid.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
AH-CHE-SHI!
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Oh, wait.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
I will.
We'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Because it was pathetic.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you?
Headshot.
That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
Headshot.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart.
Okay. Headshot.
You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
Valid.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Headshot.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
Headshot.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow. Think it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
No, because she snapped. We go, Headshot.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Headshot. Bait an opening.
Push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
Headshot.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
Yeah, see? Because it's the crown.
She's throwing us around like a rag doll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
We lost our knife.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We did it. Chapter 3. Eye of the Needle.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
I wasn't. I was being tactful. Tactful.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
That's true.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen the things you weren't supposed to have seen.
No, I feel like we're doing great.
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason.
I have been reasoning the whole time, Mr. Narrator.
We
may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
I agree with the hunted. Feck off.
Fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
I'm tough.
I haven't signed off on anything yet.
Get that way. Get a pen.
Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space. I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
I'm done with this. Bye.
Coward. Deserter.
Yep.
Turning our back to her could be a mistake. Are you serious? Fine, you walk away from the cabin. We'll see how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting... What's going on? Where are we?
Yeah, what are you doing?
A dark place. Thoughts like us shouldn't be here.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
There's nothing to grab. The world around you is unwound. It's physical matter replaced by the texture of nothing. You find yourself in long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's distant rumbling sound. Sound of many sounds. Undulations press louder as something other comes close. Where do you know what dwells in this empty space? You just probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. I hate every moment of this. Good lord. Confusion. Why are you here? I'm unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless for us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Voice pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. You must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation. Turn to your destined path. Face the consequences.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, well I hated all of that. Let's go ahead and load. Let's go here. Oh no, I didn't save enough. Yes I did. I'm just stupid. Let's go here. Yes. Proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
Sometimes it feels good.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Right? Sometimes it's nice.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
Proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See, we have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it!
There's no way forward. There's a mirror at the end of the room and that's it.
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. Let me assure you,
There's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement.
No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. Worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
That's true. Do this real quick. Before she gets mad at me again. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I just had a thought. What? Have you seen Jurassic Park? Or Jurassic World, sorry. With Chris Pratt, the first one. And there was the Megalodon. That's what I think, just jump.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Yeah, you can get out of there on your own. Or if you want to fight, then how about you come and get one? Here, I can get out of there on your
That
own.
wouldn't be fun. I don't want to be a monster chasing you down.
Oh, right.
I want to face you head on. I want an equal. It's so much better that way.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
Get to the basement landing.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you.
Cha-cha.
Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her.
We won't be.
You turn to
Cha-cha!
face what lies
Ooh.
at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness.
Oh my, the crown.
Her face widens into a broad grin.
Cha-cha.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Cha-cha.
Can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
I really don't like the sound of this.
Cha-cha.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do.
Cha-cha.
So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
We're done here. Oh, you have to come get me. Oh, I want a good fight. Oh, if you want a good fight, if you want to see my best, we need somewhere with more space.
princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you?
Ha-cha-cha.
You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Are you gonna get a ha-cha-cha?
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Ha-cha-cha?
Run. Without hesitation,
Ha-cha-cha!
you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rapid pursuit.
Her crown is so cool. The horns are amazing.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
And I will. Ha-cha-cha.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there, and we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over.
Well, now all we
So
have to do
get
is
it
ha-cha-cha.
right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me! Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head!
Do it! Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Actually, I want to do this. Free now. Right here, I have the upper hand. I don't have to fight. Oh, right into a trap.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
Valid.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move. Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left.
Oh
She
my!
overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Look at the mane!
Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
Ha-cha-cha!
We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
Ha-cha-cha?
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Because we ha-cha-cha.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again.
Ha-cha-cha! Ha-cha-cha!
She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady.
Ha-cha-cha!
More. Keep going. We can't stop now.
Ha-cha-cha!
You spy an opening.
Oh.
But she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Ha-cha-cha?
Nothing. These blows are nothing to us.
Ha-cha-cha!
Her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
Ah, yes.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
Ha-cha-cha!
Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Oh, he's gone now. We're ha-cha-chaing. Goodbye. Aww. I always get sad when the blade is gone. You don't have the chance to respawn. Oh. Throw an enemy to advantageous terrain and win. Of course! You don't have a chance to respawn, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. And so does saving.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Death. Real death.
Screw that. This can't be good. It just can't.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. You gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. But they're gone with again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Ayo? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to yell. I'm so sorry. What the fuck is that? Oh, it shouldn't be so funny. I'm sorry. Let me refocus. Alright. Oh, it's so funny. Okay. This isn't right. It can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Who are you? Oh. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
The narrator's a crow! Oh, I don't know if it's crow or raven. Either way, I'm dead. Oh no. Nope. Crack slides down the center of the mirror, putting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, then another and another, turning the mirrors into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Several. Aye, don't like that. No. We can shut that right up. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
You could be nice about it.
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
No. It was like you. This isn't like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Can I ask you something? It's like a piece of your brakes.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Joke's on you, I have save states. Oh my god, there's so many. And what is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Are you a god? Or were you a god?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
I'm out of questions. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. So I'll just see what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Bye, dude. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. Oh, Long Quiet. All of this is you. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. In the Eye of the Needle tour. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. She's about to pop up and be like, yo, we're about to fight. Oh, no. Oh, it's a tsunami. Oh, no. Whammon. Oh, hi.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yes, I can.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
We are saving. Okay. I missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm very distracted by the hands and the hair. It's really throwing me off. I'm Long Quiet, I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
I actually think it's pretty accurate. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Girl, I don't even know what I'm doing. So many stories we have just left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
But you have saying all this. Why is all this falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I make my choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Brutality splashes you against the walls, but with stubborn defiance you rise again. And with the dance of our conflict, I was brought somewhere new. Without you, my world would have been so small. Do you remember the moment of your triumph? Do you remember the feeling of your blade finally cutting me down? My defeat was a gift. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing.
Remain silent.
But you say nothing.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Show me your heart to break me. It's a terrifying thing to see.
I am aware of what it did to you, but it is through the pain of vulnerability that we heal. Will you leave all who have been hurt to live unmended?
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move and yet we both don't, for each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move and I slam the door, but that is not the end. And both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not have to. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
No, endings are no limits. There are no limits. There's no difference between growth and decay.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies in contrast. Abandoning one's search is not the same as losing the capacity to discover. I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible.
Oh god.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
We'll fight early and surrender. Nah! I deserve what you did to me.
There is no deserve, no punishment, no retribution. There's only action and reaction.
As a clash between you abates, you begin to shake. Your will rapidly dissolving.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
How do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words.
Through conflict.
The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You'll feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings, spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled, and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. So what happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. We did it! Jonathan Sims! For all the voices, goddamn. You did it. Or so, finish the game. Good ending doesn't count. Thank you so much for playing. An expression of our gratitude. Here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you like, take a screenshot. You can hide the UI by pressing H. What I'm gonna do is take a picture on my phone because I am acting like an older person apparently. And I just kinda... God, what is it with this game and me taking horrific photos? God damn! Discord, mailing list, subreddit, somewhere else, make playlist, player of the game, turn to the main menu. I know what the other game is. It's, fuck, what's it called? Oh no. I played it on the channel. It's with the Wendigos and the small town. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called right now. But you know what I mean. And I'm gonna save this for later. Turn to the main menu. And that is all I got for Slay the Princess. I was so looking forward to this game, and I loved every moment of playing. Even when I got to make fun of the narrator, which you know I love doing. I'm so happy it came out. I'm so happy I got to play. And it's just great. We do little head pats. Poke her in the eye. Scarlet Hollow, that's the name. Goddamn. That's the name of the game. From what I know, which isn't much, so don't quote me. They're like, let's wait on this, and then we'll do Slay the Princess. So we got this, and this was amazing, and I loved it. I loved the demo, I loved the game. Highly recommend you play it for yourself, because you might get a different outcome than I did. And then, oh. I don't think I ever lingered on here long enough to get this. That's cute. Anyway, thank you for joining me for Slay the Princess. Again, much love. I highly recommend playing this game for yourself. And thank you very much for watching. And hopefully, I will see you later.